Welcome to ACE. This is another video to give professionals that extra edge. Now, today we're talking about Progress 8 and Attainment 8. This is very important for parents trying to get their kids to exceptional university. So basically, you're tracking your kids' attainment and you want to make sure that they do get there, that all the years of investment isn't wasted. So basically, you've got to understand how the schools are measuring attainment. And this is why it's important to understand Progress 8 or Attainment 8. Also, if you're a teacher and you want to go into a new school, you're starting your career, you want to understand whether your school is going to be observed, have a lot of inspections or not, you need to understand Progress 8 and Attainment 8. Now, today I'll give you an overview of how this is basically calculated and estimated, and then I'll tell you the impact. So basically, let's start. What is Progress 8? Progress 8 is a new secondary school accountability measure aimed at measuring the progress of pupils in selected set of 8 subjects. Now, these 8 subjects are not random. They have a way that they are collected. So interesting enough, there are different types of subjects that weigh more, and there are those that weigh less. So the Progress 8 has been introduced across accountability measure, and it's actually linked to Attainment 8. We're going to explain Attainment 8 and how they're linked together. I'm going to rush through it because this is mainly targeted at head teachers. It's from the Union of Head Teachers Association. But I thought the information is actually very useful, and it's important that teachers and parents alike do get this information. The school's Progress 8 will be calculated as an average of Progress 8 scores. So there is a link between the two, Progress 8 and Attainment 8. The Progress 8 is based on people's performance across 8 subjects. Attainment is a measure of people's average grade across a set of 8 subjects. So once you arrive at a particular student's Attainment 8, which is what the kids have gotten from their results collected from this 8 subject, you will be able to then go back and calculate their Progress 8. So let's look at it. A school's attainment score is the mean of its Attainment 8 score. So that will then give you the school's Progress 8. GCSE grade point score from 2016 has moved from A star to G, has moved from 1 to 8. Now, lots of people are still trying to get their heads around this, or they might have gotten their heads around it, but they don't know what this means in terms of getting to universities and actually monitoring attainments. GCSE grades will be measured from 1 to 8, like I said initially. Let me get you straight to where it matters. The attainment is a measure of the average pupil's point score. So let's see, what point score are we talking about? What subjects? So let's go into how the subjects are categorized. There are 3 buckets. So bucket 1 is English and Maths. Bucket 2, e-baccalaureate, so science, computer science, geography, history, and languages. And others will fall over here. Now, the bucket 1 has different weighting. So this is double weighted. For English, it's English language and English literature. For Maths, it's double weighted. And you have science in the bucket 2. So it depends on whether you're doing double science or triple science, and they all come here. If you're doing core science, I don't believe that that's also in bucket 2. So let's have a look. Pupil's attainment score, Attainment 8 score, is calculated as double weighted, as I've already talked about, in English and Maths, English literature, and English language. The lower graded English subject can still be included in the third bucket, so the open group, but only if one of the pupils' 8 highest grades otherwise. So basically, if you did not do both English language and English literature, it will not go into this bucket. If you did one of them and it's a lower grade, it will go into the third bucket. That's what the explanation is. Now, bucket 2. So double science will count as 2 slots in this bucket. So if you did double science, it'd be 2 slots. Core science, additional science will just take 1 slot each. So mathematics, English language, and English cannot be in this bucket. These grades are not double weighted, they're just single weighted grades. So if you had 8 in the first one, it would be times 2, it would be 16. If you have 8 in both English and maths, it would be 16 times 16, that's 32. You get 32, you'll be fine. But that's a very rarity. People don't get that. Bucket 3. Any remaining e-baccalaureate qualifications, approved academic, arts, and vocational qualifications, food and nutrition, whatever it is, they come into this bucket. Now, this is what the 3 highest point score in any of the other subjects. So English, literature, or language, if are not counted in bucket 1, would have to come here. And any other approved academic or vocational qualifications will have to come here. These are not double weighted as well. So that as we go further, no matter how full the bucket or empty the 3 buckets are, a student score is always divided by 10 to produce an average score. Okay, so some students will get to fill all the buckets, some will get less. So this would affect their attainment 8. If you get to fill all the buckets and then they divide it, you would have an attainment 8 score. So let's see. We're going to look at 2 students, Jillian and Mary. This is Jillian, our example model students, who's got 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, 6. So name of the subject, additional science, you know that that's what's going to bucket 2, will be point 1. Core science, had that been double science, that would have been what? Taking 2 slots. Geography, also bucket 2. Art, music, they're all bucket 3. English language, B, is bucket 3. Now, English literature, bucket 1, double weighted, okay? And English language then comes bucket 3. So we calculate all of this together. So Jillian's score, if you add it all up, you will have a total of 67. That's a scores altogether after the double weighted score. Calculating, dividing that attainment 8 by 10 will give an average grade. So Jillian's therefore achieved an average attainment grade of 6.7 between GCSE grade A and B. Okay. Now we could look at Mary. Mary, on the other hand, not as great as Jillian, but she's got English literature, maths. They go into the first. The English literature is not double weighted, as Mary has not taken English language. Had it been that she's taken English language, it would be double weighted. So going down, bucket 2, she only has maths, double weighted. That should still be bucket 1. Now bucket 2, she has no slots for bucket 2. She's only got BTEC, Cambridge, and PE. So they all come to bucket 3. So she's missed out. Her buckets are not full, because bucket 3 can only take 3, bucket 2 can only take, 3 as well. Now, this is important for parents to know how your kids are graded. Calculating Mary's score, Mary's got the total of 26 of her best grades. And when you divide 26 by 10, you get 2.6, which is GCSE grade F. So it's not G, but it's grade F.